Weissman once said, "The quality of life is more important than life itself." And we believe every single person in the world has the right to improve their quality of life. No exception, West Papua residents. So here we are, Delvin, Indah, and Sherina from Problem Solver bring you a best fit CSR strategy for Pupuk team. Tumbuh bersama,
bersama-sama maju.
As we know, Pupuk team will expand its Urea plant in West Papua. However, a good business development must be accompanied by the support of the surrounding community. Therefore, mutual efforts are needed as the key to success in building an image and gaining the trust of the local community. If we dig deeper into the community around the factory, which is Papua, there's a gap between business growth and people development. Even though Papua is the fifth richest province in Indonesia based on GDP, it turns out that their people have low quality of life. There are three factors that influence quality life improvement: education, economics, and infrastructure. And the challenge is, what CSR program to be implemented which directly link with the business process and still maintain the point of improving quality of life? And we're going to focus on analyzing education and economics since it has more specific target and the investment costs remain low to middle. From the education aspect, we found out that 89% of the productive age in West Papua only graduate from primary school. However, by drilling down, we found that from the 71% working age population in the Fak region, 58% of them are high school and college graduates. This correlates with the higher literacy rate and aligns with the data that shows that the average school time of Fak Regency is the second highest in West Papua. So we can say that the Fak resident education is okay enough because it has high literacy rate and good communication compared to the other regions in West Papua.
On the other hand, from the economic aspect, only 42% of the working population actually have a formal job. The tragedy is that high education rate doesn't balance with the employment field to absorb them, which create a low productivity and increased poverty rate. We also found that less than 1% of the area is utilized, which means there is a high potential value from the land. So we just need to give the right push and create market demand and develop the economic further in the region. So from here, it raises questions: how to decrease the poverty rate up to 3.67% in Arguni district while directly connecting and supporting the business process from PKT itself. Introducing the next CSR program from Pupuk team called Tumbuh Bersama, a life quality acceleration program. We believe by investing and implementing the integrated farm with Mina Padi method, we believe it could increase the economics in the region. Mina Padi is a concept that increases the land productivity by combining rice plantations and also fish production. The details of the implementation can be seen in the diagram below, that 1 acre of land can be divided to 4 people and harvesting with the output expected up to 5,250 kilograms of mild dry grain and also 850 kilograms of fish in one harvest cycle that consists around 3 months. You might ask that why is this the right move? There are 2 reasons. First, it will directly reduce the poverty rate and bring impact to the economy. The second one, it will support PKT for the food resource fulfillment for the factory worker that could be expensive by importing from another region as well. So now, let's deep dive to the data. The current state is that in 2020, there are only 23 million rupiah investment and only 183 acres of land is used, with more than 80% is pala plantations, which is an industry use, not for daily food resource. So our expectation right now is to increase the total economy up to 7.3 billion rupiah in the end of 2029. And impact around 40 households with a targeted income up to 38.2 million rupiah in a year for each of the household itself. In order to reach the desired state, there are 3 phases that which consist of awareness, experience, and sustainability, with the big goal in mind is to develop an independent farming system, which consists to build an economics and also create a domino effect that will ripple out and affect the other sector as well. Now, let's deep dive to the phase 1, which is the society awareness. First, we will collaborate with the local governments for irrigation system building and also research on the area, followed by the preparation and also socialization to the locals about the program. And then, after that, we select 40 households to join and start the field training for the first harvest without fish production. Why? Because it will focus directly on learning how to grow the crops, which is the rice plantation, in a sustainable manner. Participants don't need to worry because the land and the needs and even the mentor will be provided by PKT to educate them and also support them.
After the set of KPIs met, phase 2 is all about experience. In this phase, we're aiming to improve land productivity, provide economic needs for locals, and food support for PKT employees. At first, farmers will be asked to conduct second-wise harvest without the fish production. After the farmers have successfully increased their harvest success rate, they will be moving on to the next stage, the full implementation of Mina Padi method. This is done by filling the area with water from the irrigation. In this stage, we will also team up with eFishery, a unicorn aquatic startup, to provide an automatic feeder for the fish. Farmers do not have to bother on thinking of the land and other basic necessities, since PKT will be fully supporting them on that. And we will even provide them with intensive mentorship to further upskill the farmers. Last but not least, the profit generated will be given entirely to the farmers. Moving on to the last phase, Tumbuh Bersama aims to create an impact towards the community in the most sustainable way. On this phase, we're aiming to build an independent economic cycle for the community sustainably that can be spread among the society. This phase will be divided into two main phases, Phase 3A and Phase 3B. On the first phase, farmers will be doing the operation co-independently to build confidence within them, where mentors will come monthly to monitor and help them. In the second phase, farmers will be doing independent farming. By this phase, we believe that farmers are capable of managing their own financial needs for further operation. PKT employees will only need to come once in a while to track their outcome. In the very last year of the CSR program, PKT will be selling initially lent land by the initial price bought in 2024 in hopes that the money given back can support further PKT CSR programs. Not to forget, Team Problem Solver also did a detailed financial projection on the Tumbuh Bersama strategy. As for the CSR cost, it consists of capital investment for 5 years and operating expenditure for 3 years, where PKT will need to allocate an amount of 1.8 million rupiahs. But this is not to be worried about because at the end of the day, PKT will only need to spend less than 20% of their initial investment. This is done by selling back the land to the farmers on the initial price bought at the very last phase, where the farmers are already independently operating. Tumbuh Bersama also gives off a benefit with the total amount of 7.3 billion rupiahs, with the detailed same projected. And to ensure that Tumbuh Bersama is implemented in the most efficient way, our team created a project timeline in which PKT will only need to spend an intensive training for 2 years, because in the third year, PKT will only need to come on a monthly basis as a transition year. And in the fourth and fifth year, farmers will be doing the whole operation independently, where PKT will only come once in a while to track the outcome of the CSR program. Thus, our team is optimistic that Tumbuh Bersama is the most suitable CSR program that can be implemented by PKT on their expansion to West Papua. Tumbuh Bersama is very much aligned with the vision and mission that PKT has always held. Tumbuh Bersama is also highly committed to bring out the most sustainable impact through community development. But as Joel Robuchon, a well-known French chef, said, the Problem Solver team is always open for any improvement. We're very delighted to accept any kind of feedback. Thank you very much for your attention. And this is Tumbuh Bersama.
Bersama-sama maju.